So yeah, what's up, YouTube? What's up, my family? Peace to the fam. Peace to the fam. What's up, my regular visitors? Peace to y'all too. Um, this is a little update on me. I'm doing okay. Feeling a little depressed, feeling a little down, but I'll be alright. Um, Update. Okay, I am 8 classes away, supposedly, from being totally done with my associates. Yay! 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 Okay. Um, I have decided to dread my hair, but I don't know if I'm going to do it or if I'm going to allow somebody else to do it. I might just allow my cousin to do it. My cousin Nikki, shout out to you. Okay. What else? I am not really feeling happy right now. I'm really feeling like crying, but I'm trying to follow the motto, laughing to keep from crying. So that's what I'm doing right now. If you can't tell, the tears are right there in my eyes. They're right there, but I'm gonna keep a smile on my face and maybe they'll go away. Okay, so, um, not doing really well in school. I mean, it's not because I don't have the mental capacity. Because I do. It's just that, well, my emotions are affecting my ability to do, what I need to do in school and how well I can do it. And also, I'm having trouble still with finding the support system. This area is really, really sucky at supporting people who really want to get up and finally get their lives together. It sucks. It feels like, oh, they're saying, oh, you had a million times to get your lives together. Yeah, under somebody else's rule, under somebody else's, instructions, under their thumb of how they wanted me to get myself together and not how I wanted me to get myself together. Now that I want to get me together how I can finally say I want to get me together, oops, there goes the support system. Like, let's say, my doors worker, my Department of Rehabilitation worker, Rhonda Erickson, I'm 13 minutes late to the interview. Yeah, I'll be it. At least I'm gonna try to make it. As soon as I get there, she's pulling off. The fuck you pulling off for? Turn your ass around, bitch. We got a meeting to do. You can still make it to your other meeting. It's not like you're gonna be late. It's not like we was just gonna sit down for 13 minutes and talk about nothing. Cause I do have issues to talk with her about. So I called her supervisor. Hopefully we get that handled. But unfortunately, this area wants to treat people how they want to see people. They want to see me mentally ill, mentally deranged, mentally retarded. So that's how they want to treat me. Oh, they don't have to answer my messages that I, send them on their phone. They don't have to, return phone calls that I took time, and worded properly in an appropriate and professional manner in order to get a quick and professional response. No, these people out here, most of them are poorly melanated, white, European Caucasoids who are in these positions to supposedly help somebody, you know. But I digress, So that's an issue I'm finna push out the way, Hopefully, I get it resolved. If I don't, I'm calling Springfield. Something's gonna happen because I'm tired of not getting the help I need. I really am. I'm really done with not having the support system I need. Another person out here who need a car, they can get a car like that. They can get their license like that. They got a support system. They got people that actually can help them out. Do I have that? No, I don't have it at all. I could try and go to one of these churches and, what I'm saying, sit in their congregation and get to know their people and then, but I'm not like that because I don't like whitewashed bullshit. Excuse my language. I like it real. Okay? Even though it hurt me, I still like it real. I give no fuck. Okay? I care a lot. But miss me with the bullshit because a fuck about that shit I do not give. Okay? So, guess who I see today? That's done with that update. Guess who I see today? My ex. Him and his crackhead female. Well, wench, because that's what he calls her. When he really don't like being with the female that he with, even if it's working out for him, guess what he start calling them? Wenches. Guess what he was calling me before we broke up this time? A wench. Guess what he was calling me the last time 6 years ago when we was together? A wench. Yep. It was, I guess I was his bed wench or whatever. So anyway, I see him first. I saw him yesterday because I was getting a free phone from Assured Wireless. They come out here from Chicago every summer, trying to give out free phones. This time they were actually giving out some pretty nice phones, so I got me one. It's a nice little touchscreen. So I see him yesterday. He's all, "Are you okay?" Coming from work. Now this man's supposed to be in prison. Okay. He's supposed to be locked up. Of course, he knows the court system in and out because he's been a career criminal all his freaking life in and out of jail. So, of course, he's going to find a loophole to get his ass to stay the fuck out of jail. I know I'm cussing in this one. I said I was going to stop. I'm really working on trying not to. But everything is working my patience right now. And I just, they just fly out my mouth. And I am sorry. I apologize. I should have apologized at the beginning of this video. I am sorry, okay? Okay. So anyway, now I see him yesterday. I tried to tell him, come get a free phone. Because, you're a crackhead. You won't be able to keep your phone bill on. You won't be able to take care of what you need to have to take care of. And he just pulls off, zooms off. Don't listen to what I'm saying. So, next thing I know, lo and behold, I need to go across the street that way to the gas station, which the police in this town call ghetto gas. They call it that. They named it that. That's their nickname for it, okay? Lo and behold, I go over there. But who do I see over there? Him with his bed wench, okay? They're both crackheads. They both got phones, because they can't afford to pay their phone bill. They can barely afford to pay light, gas, and rent, you know. Let's not even talk about their electrical bill, because he told me about that too, thinking he gonna get some fucking money out of me. I don't have any money for you. Even if I had money, okay? I don't have any money right now, but even if I did have money, he's not getting a freaking red pretend penny. If I had fool's gold, I would not give it to him. Not because I care about him, just because I'm done supporting people who cannot or choose not or do not support me. Period. At all. Okay? He's never really ever supported me. Ever. Okay? I remember calling this man, telling him I need a ride, and he all the way out at Johnson Lake fishing. "Oh, I ain't got no gas to get to you." This, that, and the third. Okay. Fine. You ain't getting another penny out of me. Because I remember that. All the money you got out of me, you ain't getting. He can call me this Saturday. He can call me this Sunday. He can call me this Monday. And tell me his his girlfriend mama, whatever, is dying. And his dogs are sick. And his babies all got cholera. I'm not giving this man another one red anything. Semblance of a currency. I don't care what currency it's in. I would not give him one red Bitcoin. Okay? That's how I'm feeling with him now. That's just where I'm at. Because I see every time he think he good with me, he think we good. He think he can get in any little way, this, that, and the third. Just because I'm talking to him, he want to call me and ask me for some money. I'm not that type of person. He don't know me. Anyway, so after I see him and, he leave with his bed wench and he go where he going and, I go come home. I go to sleep, take a nap because I had to get up and do homework, which I did do. I completed a lot of homework tonight. Yay me. Next thing I know, who calling me on his new free cell phone because he probably ain't got no minutes on his other phone. Who calling me? This dude calling me, right? So And I'm not saying he's not a bad man, because this dude is a bad man. Like, you would never want to get. He's kind of like the monster that you never want to get into a fight with, or you never want to meet in an alley. But at the same time, he's kind of got morals. At the same time, he's a what they call a quadroon. Basically, he's got like 2%, well, 5% black in them, or some shit like that, and the rest of them is white, or 25% black in them, and the rest of him is white. Now, I can see that because I just went and took a genealogy test, and it said I was 92% African and 6% UK, and like less than 2% everybody on the east side, like India, the Middle East, Oceania, which is like between New Zealand and what the hell is that? Australia, all that other stuff. I'm less than 2% of them, so they all got a little bit of me in them, and I got a little bit of them in me. Okay, so I see him. No wait. I wake up. He calling me, and I'm like, "What's up? Who is this?" He's like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And I'm like, nothing. And he's like, "Oh, well, I'm coming over." And this is the second time I told him, "No, you're not." He's like, "I'm not?" I'm like, "You're not." He's like, "Oh." He thought he could just, try and trigger me with those, whatever trigger words, you know what I'm saying, or whatever he could use to, shock me into saying, "Okay, you can come over." I don't, I'm tired of his type of affection. I'm tired of his type of oh, what do they call it? Attention. I don't want that anymore. I never really wanted it to begin with. I mean, it's cool if you did your own thing, you know what I'm saying? But you don't really truly have any respect for a woman. He don't. He pretends to, but he doesn't really. He told me he spent $300 on wigs. I mean, $3,000 on wigs for this woman, this bed wench that he's with, when I think it was only $300 because he likes to, make everything extravagant. And you know what I'm saying? Hollywoodize everything he tells people and shit. So, and honestly, it doesn't matter what he spent on her to me, because that's not, that's not my relationship. That's not what, So I saw her with them. I know they're not happy. I'm not finna take on their emptiness and their suffering and despair and shit in their relationship for them. Okay? I got my own despair to think about, dealing with my own feelings. Okay? My own feelings is fuck him. There's too much going on right now for me to deal with any type of relationship that ain't on the level that I'm on. If this man ain't on the level that I'm on, I don't need anything from him, and I don't want anything from him, and I don't want him. Period. And that's how I feel. I literally could be crawling in the desert, needing water, some type of hydration, and oh, this man got it. No, thank you. I would rather find a cactus to munch on and try and get some moisture out of than to take anything from you. Okay, that's just how it is. Now, that situation done with. There is a few videos of interviews that I've done with a guy who goes by the name of Pita Asar. His channel is Mike Larry 2010. Peace to the fam, shout out, you know what I'm saying? Much love, much respect. Um, Thank you for allowing me to use your platform to tell my story. No matter who believes it or not, it doesn't matter. Um, if you want to hear about what happened to me as a child, my mother is on there. She's on the second video actually. Um, she's telling her story too. She's telling what happened from her point of view. I told as much as I could from my point of view. She's telling what she knows from her point of view. They called us both schizophrenic. They called us both crazy. They called us both, you know, it's just like the white man getting here and calling, the Native American savages because they haven't seen, or what they see is related to, savagery. What they saw with us supposedly is related to schizophrenia. And I'm like, who came up with the DSM? You know, it was nothing but Satanists and occultists and crazy people that came up with the diagnostic, um, whatever it's called, for mental disability or for mental, diagnoses. I forgot what the long actual the actual name of the DSM is. And when I was a child, I would read stuff out of there, and I was a child. I was like 9 years old, and my therapist named Jan would allow me to read stuff out of the DSM number. I think it was number 5 back then. This was back in 1998. Okay. So somewhere around there, 98, 97, somewhere around there. I was about 9 years old. Um, it's not good. It's not good at all. It's like they came up with um terms for issues that they caused with different chemicals and shit. And then they turn around and try to use the same chemicals that caused the issue to try and heal the person. That's redundancy. All across the board. It's stupid. Okay? It's stupid. There's no need for a DSM when the DSM doesn't address the actual cause or the actual issue. Okay? Schizophrenia didn't just fall out the sky and start hitting people in their head and making them sick. Okay? People aren't born with schizophrenia. Okay? It is a genetic disorder. It can be seen as a genetic disorder. It can be seen as something that can be passed down through generations, but it comes from a chemical basis. Okay? These chemicals that they're spraying in the sky, and I looked up yesterday and I'm like, oh, chemtrails. I should have looked up and said, oh, geoengineering. That's what I meant to say. Okay? Because chemtrails supposedly have been debunked by the Smithsonian. Last time I checked, the Smithsonian was a natural history museum. A museum of natural science and history. They ain't got no motherfucking nothing. Nothing. Oh, and they're also an art museum. They got no business talking about the scientific studies of where chemtrails come from, and if they're really chemtrails or if they're contrails, and what the hell is coming out the back of this airplane that's flying overhead that everybody can plainly see with their own two eyes, that's spraying something out and it expands in the sky and it becomes this white wispy stuff and we breathe it in when it falls down at night. Okay? No excuses. None. Especially when there are already scientists out there independently funded, independently doing their own studies that are coming out there saying, oh, this is what we found in rainwater that falls down out of the sky after this stuff is sprayed. Aluminum, barium, desiccated blood cells, strontium, um, magnetite, which is a form of aluminum, and also seen to cause Alzheimer's, also shown to cause Alzheimer's. Um, just all types of stuff. Desiccated blood cells, really? Really? Desiccated blood cells, really? Yeah, so that's what's coming down out of the sky, and we're just breathing it in. And then we don't know what the heck we're breathing in. Then next thing you know, you got a headache. Why do I have a headache? From breathing in air. Maybe it's not air. Maybe it's a methane pocket that, somehow came to you and you breathed it in, but you're still alive because it was a small pocket. Come on, man. It's as bad. It's getting as bad as them trying, the CIA and the alphabet men trying to use weather balloons to try, and explain away um unidentified flying vehicles in the sky, which, if you look at India's heritage, if you look into their history, they've talked about cars or vimanas or flying machines for tens of thousands of years. Okay, so them talking to us, telling us like we're stupid, it's ludicrous. It really is, you know. And I'm tired of being treated like cattle. I'm tired of being treated like a number. I'm tired of being treated like I'm stupid. I'm tired of being seen that way. You know. Um. So yeah, go check out Mike Larry's channel. Sorry about the rant about the chemtrails and stuff. Okay, push that off to the side. Now, suicide. We gotta address this because there are a lot of black people with our melanin that's committing suicide right now, and it's harrowing because um I tried to commit suicide. It was a part of my sabotage programming that they inlaid me with. Um it's the sabotage programming is still there. That's what a lot of people don't get. They think it's schizophrenia. No, this is sabotage programming, people. They program me to the point where y'all can't detect it. You don't, unless you can actually put me under and take me back to when I was a child, a toddler, to when they programmed me. You're not breaking this programming. Nobody can break this programming unless you can do that. I've already been prayed over. I've already, done all of that. There's still an opening there. There's still this dark hole that won't close. Okay? So there is no, oh, just pray. You know, just do this, just do that. That's whitewashed, y'all. I'm not saying that, you know, there is no, there is no healing in prayer. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that when you're inlaid with demons that are put in you to make sure you self-sabotage yourself, okay, that, you know, you don't, it's hard to break from that programming as much as you want to. And I swear, I want to break from this self-sabotage programming so bad. And it's this entity that's within me, that's a part of me, is trying to make me feel scared from breaking free from this fucking programming. Because it's trying to make me think that it's contributed to my life somehow. And I know it has not. Okay? It's not contributed anything positive or productive or conducive to life anywhere. Okay? It's made my life hard. It's made it harder for me to explain what's going on with me. It's made it, it's been reinforced by foster families and, group homes that I lived in. And, whether they knew it or not, that's what they were doing. There goes that, need for a support system that I had that I never really truly got, you know. Um, Breaking it myself is not an option. I try. I try. I fight daily. They don't, go to the list. Go listen to Mike Larry. Everything I said over there, I'm saying here. I fight daily with this shit. Okay. For instance, okay, there are certain entities who come to people and they torment them in a certain way. every time they come to that person. And it does it to more than just one person. Okay. This entity exists within the quantum realm where it can be in more places than one at the same time. Okay. Um, I've had this entity. Uh, this is an entity that likes to attack your ankles and your feet. Okay. So I'm laying down sleep and I'm waking up. I'm just waking up. This is right before or right after the ex that I was telling you about called me. And I feel this burning, scratching sensation. It's right there on the cusp of your ankle, right there, you know, where your ankle and the joint meet together, but it's more kind of on the side, on the top, right there. Um, the anterior lateral part of your left foot, if you're a medical student. Anterior lateral. Okay. Um, and I feel it and I'm like, okay, where's the pain coming from? And why do I feel this pain? And, instantly to me it's a demon. It's some evil entity. Because this pain comes more than one time, it comes and it goes, okay? But I get this pain like every 3 months or something like that, something like that. It depends on how vulnerable I am to attacks from dark entities. Um, which at this moment is one of my very, very vulnerable times. Uh, so I start cursing this entity. I start fighting back from this entity, and I hear this entity here, meaning it projected this thought to me, and I kind of felt and heard this entity say, I'm the first earthling, or I'm not the first earthling that fought back, or some shit like that. And I'm like, and so, those people might have failed, but that's because they gave up. Um, I might feel like giving up because your minions are attacking me in my will. And that's when I say, not my will, not my will alone. It's true supreme creator's will, because I'm not here of my own will, you know. Like I've told you, I've felt like leaving this place more than one time. Um, Unfortunately, there are entities waiting for me to leave. And if I leave this place wrong, I will have to fight them. I won't have a clear exit. And I don't want that because I've fought them already. I'm still fighting them. I fight them daily. You know, it's not just in my head, you know. And it's been a many of people who've stated this, who you all just looked over and you all just said, oh, that's just another crazy rant from so-and-so. Uncle Roy, you know what I'm saying? Junebug, he don't know what he talking about. He been this way all his life, you know. But you never know what they going through. You don't know what they can see. You don't know what they know or what they've experienced. Okay? I'm letting you know that from my own experience, from my own end. Okay? This is a multi-level attack. Okay? On me. It's from my head all the way down to my feet. Okay. I feel entities, these dark entities, they come to my mind. They take out, um, thoughts or memories that I want to expound upon. Uh, they attack, my hands, my wrists. Um, they don't touch my face too often. They try and attack my throat though. Um, they attack certain organs like my pancreas because it's already kind of exposed because of an issue I had with it. um, yeah. So this suicide thing is, y'all need to start paying more attention to people like me because we're suffering, and it's not from just a physical point of view or a mental point of view. You know, it's from all sides most of the time. And most of us who you call schizophrenic are actually desperately calling out for help and support, trying to break up out of whatever sabotage programming we've been inlaid with, you know, whether, directly or indirectly, because they can indirectly program somebody too. Okay. That's totally possible with them. Excuse me. Okay, that's out the way. Now, I really want to expound on that more. I'll do it in another video because there's just so much going on right now. Out of the way. Okay. Now, it's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. Okay. Hey! Surprise! It's the end of the world. Supposedly. Alright. Let's talk about this is gonna be this topic is gonna be 3 parts. Probably. Because now we're talking about Virgo having Jupiter. Virgo is her baby in her womb right now. It's been in her womb almost 9 months and will be exiting September 23rd, 2017. Before that happens, there will be an eclipse of the sun on August 17th, I believe, 2017, which is right around my dad's birthday. And I think September 23rd is my Uncle Larry's birthday. Something like that. Can't remember. Samurai Jack. Sorry, that was a reminder for Samurai Jack. I love cartoons because they tell so much truth. They're more truthful than CNN and Fox News put together. Anyway, so Virgo giving birth, eclipse before Virgo gives birth, and then the 3 months afterward. Okay, there are certain clues. You don't have to listen to the fucking pastor when he tells you, y'all, we don't know the day nor the fucking hour. It says it in the Bible. It tells you in the Bible all freaking ready. You don't have to listen to the pastor. Go read the passage. Okay? It tells you in the Bible what? When the end comes, it gives you all types of freaking clues. All types. All types. There will be people marrying and giving in marriage. There are people out partying in the streets. Okay, woohoo, party! Woohoo, drinking, smoking, having fun. Ain't nothing to worry about here. Okay, and nobody will be expecting it. What does that tell me? Well, the biggest seasons for marriage are the summer and the winter. There's a lot of people that like to get married in winter. I don't know why. They go, instead of them getting married, where they are for the winter, especially if it's cold, they'll go to some type of summer spot, winter haven, like, somewhere down in Mexico and get married. And then they go to Hawaii for their honeymoon. And then they come back to the States and they begin their life as a newlywed couple or some stuff like that. Okay? So, you already got your season. Summer or winter. Okay? Um, when do people like to go out and have fun? On the weekends. Um, so let me look and see when is January 1st. My birthday on a Saturday, y'all, this year. Yay! Okay. Okay. Um, the first is on a Monday. The first of 2018 will be on a Monday. So people will be partying the weekend before that. So, December 2017 ends on a Sunday. January 1st, 2018 begins on a Monday. Okay. Also, December is 3 months after September. 3 months after the birth of the Christ or Jupiter. Creator does things in threes, fives, and sevens. Okay. So because of that, 3 months after this birth, there could be major catastrophe. Also, if you look for the CDC article, it says scientists say that the zombie apocalypse could probably happen in the dead of winter. Okay? Look it up. Look it up. Alright? So that's a definite alluding to it could be this winter, that we have issues that we need to motherfucking really think about because oh my god, we might actually really be in trouble. Like I might actually have to pull out my machete and start using it. I hope that does not happen, okay? I'm praying against this. I'm praying against the evil that CERN, the LHC, is trying to unleash. I'm praying against that. That's another thing. But we'll get to that later. Staying on this. Also, Dabu777, go to his channel. You find a video because I'm like, okay, Jupiter is being born. There's 12 stars on the head of Virgo. She's standing on the moon. Now, where the heck is the dragon? Okay. Dabu777 in his video shows you where the dragon is. And I totally missed that because I'm like, I didn't see that. Oh my god. Yes, that's the dragon right there. Because, okay, when Jupiter comes out of Virgo, he's going to be passing through Ophiuchus right into my sign, which is me, Libra, which I will accept my brother with open arms. And actually, I do have my youngest older brother who is a Sagittarius, whose sign is ruled by Jupiter. Okay? People who don't follow astrology or at least astronomy, or at least astrotheology are really stupid. Because it says in the Bible, I gave you these to tell you the signs and the seasons of times. Okay? So, There you go with that. You can believe what you want to, but it says it in the Bible. Look, I gave this here to you, these signs and these constellations to tell you what time it is. Alright? This is what time it is. You listen or you don't. And that's on you. That's totally on you. Me, I'm going to listen because, my experiences tell me that without the unseen, which is the air you breathe, because you can't see the air you breathe, not all the time, unless it's in a condensed state, you wouldn't be alive. So just as without the air you breathe, you wouldn't be alive, without the unseen plane here, to be a platform and a foundation for this seen plane here, this plane, this existence would not exist. It would lack a place. It would lack space and time to exist. Okay? So there you go with that. Now, the LHC. I have a theory that in December, no matter how careful these stupid motherfuckers are that's running the LHC with their Luciferian asses, they're going to blow that motherfucker up. Period. Because it's just time for it to. Because that's what the Bible says is going to happen. That's what Nostradamus said is going to happen. And they're going to blow up Geneva. And as they blow up Geneva in December, a cadre of demons will be unleashed on the world. And literally, the sun will be darkened and the moon will not give her light. And we'll be fucked. In the world of fuck shit. Okay? So there you go with that. Now, my issue is I live smack dab in the middle, squeezed in the middle of 22 nuclear reactors. Okay? CERN has a nuclear core, like plutonium, uranium nuclear core. Matter of fact, CERN was the Central European something nuclear something, okay? Bunch of freaking scientists, pseudoscientists. Anyway, so they're working with nuclear material. So my question is, are these nuclear reactors, are they like a signal? I live in Illinois, okay? Illinois has the most nuclear reactors in the United States. 22 of them. And I wonder how many of them have the mixed oxide fuel, that's got plutonium in it, like Fukushima. Not to mention that we sit on the largest, it's not the second largest, this is the largest fault line, okay, in the world, in America, the New Madrid fault line. Look it up. They might say, oh, it's the second largest. Oh, you don't have anything to worry about. Okay, that's different. When I'm walking around my own town and I've been living here 5 years, and I see how much the demographics and the landscape has changed. You got roots breaking up concrete sidewalk. Okay, that it wasn't doing that before, but it's doing it now. You got sidewalk that's lifting up on one side of the sidewalk and tilting down on the other side of the sidewalk. This main drag, East Street right here, it's been rolling upward towards the north, meaning the north of that of the street, road, whatever, is rising, and the south is going down. It's sinking. Okay, then I look at the ground here and I'm like, this is not dirt. This is sand. It's like the chemtrails that they drop down here, the geoengineering materials, chemicals that they use, sterilized the nutrients out of the ground. I never ever see a worm come up ever anymore And if I do, that worm is trying to escape one side of it's my foot. My left foot is being bothered. It's always my left foot. Always my left foot that this thing bothers. This entity. Okay. The worm is trying to escape from one side of the ground or dirt or road and trying to run to the other side. Literally, I see the worm crawl out of the dirt, trying to cross the street, going to the other dirt. You know, which don't make it to me. It don't make any sense. And I feel sorry for the poor worm because it looked like it's trying to escape death. Literally, I'm the type of person who would, well, first when I was a little girl, I was afraid of worms and stuff. When then I got older, I'd be I'd see, hundreds of worms out of the ground, coming out for the rain. That's what they do. That's how they get their moisture. Um, but now it seems like most of them either they're dead or they're just trying to wait, for the dirt to filter out whatever chemicals are in the rainwater when it filters down into the ground, into the earth. It's terrible. It's horrible what's going on. You know, um, so yeah, there's that. I wanted to tell you all about the physical changes and the demographics of what I see going on in this town. Um, LHC CERN, I told y'all about that. How it correlates into prophecy in the Bible, I told y'all about that. Everything I'm saying is you can go look it up. I told you where to go look it up. Dabu 777, the article about the professors who wrote about a zombie apocalypse could happen in, possibly in winter. Um, and the clues that were given in the Bible about when the end time, when the end of the tribulation times would come. Because this is the tribulation time now. That's what we're living in. Trust me, I wouldn't be having this harder time if I was going along with everybody and doing what everybody else was doing and saying what everybody else was saying and trying to pretend like everything was okay. But because I'm woke and I see everything going on and I'm trying to wake other people up, oh, I'm having trouble. You know, I'm having issues and trouble. And what if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong? Well, if I'm wrong, hallelujah. Thank you, God. Thank you, true supreme creator. I was wrong. We ain't got to worry about no end time. We ain't got to worry about what the Bible say. It was written by stupid, evil people who wanted to keep everybody controlled. Hallelujah. Thank you, true supreme creator savior. Hey, if I'm right, which I'm right a lot of the time, because I be hearing frequencies and things that most people, voices, frequencies, futures, things that people usually try and ignore and say, oh, it's just outside my head. That's nothing. It's nothing. You know, I listen. I listen to it because it's probably something detrimental to my health and probably the health of a lot of other people too. You know, um, so I might as well say it. And if I'm wrong, thank you, Creator. I was wrong because I don't like being right about the devastation and the destruction of life. I hate being right about that. I do. I really truly do. You know, but it doesn't help. All the oil spills going on and stuff like that. It really doesn't. Which y'all should go look that up. The list of oil spills that have happened and how many tons of all types of oil has been spilt. Okay? I'm pretty sure it's about 1 million tons, 1.5 million, something like that, of oil that has been spilt already this year. It makes me think we don't really need the oil that's been spilled. They're just like digging it up and spilling it to fuck us up further and, like telling us something else. It went that way. You know, they'll tell us We need this oil, to become a more independent country. Why are we spilling all of it? You know, um, because that's what they do. Anyway, um, okay. Told y'all about uh the prophecy, this, that, and the other, Revelations 12. I told y'all about that. Okay, out of the way. Now, I'm gonna come back to that too. And I might, I got these ideas for videos in my head. Um, Pizzagate. We'll talk about that, but I ain't got time to talk about that, unfortunately. Y'all probably know what the hell is going on with that, you know, just as well as I do. Children are being kidnapped and hurt and killed for no reason. They're dying for no reason. They're dying for an empty nothingness that nobody gets anything from in the end. Why? Because the devil can't even keep his promises to himself. Because he lacks the capacity to do so. And Creator knew it was going to be that way. He just wanted to wake up, see how many of us was going to wake up and figure that out. Obviously not many. Because there's still people trying to vie and become rappers and singers and artists and Sports Illustrated magazine front cover models and this, that, and the third. And I'm just looking like, do you really want to be that? Do you really want to be controlled that way? You don't have a life. Black people are not allowed to give out their money. Do you think if they were allowed to actually be free, they'd be all cooped up and all secretive and all the stuff like they is now? No, they would not. Not at all. They'd be as open and free as I am. Which I'm not saying I'm open and free and I would like go fuck animals or something. But I'm saying they're not open and free and they're made to fuck animals. Stars, celebrities, they gotta do animals, they gotta eat feces, they gotta drink blood, they gotta drink pee, urine, they gotta, drink semen, do stuff, all that type of different stuff. All of it to get where they at. You really want to go through that? Do you really think it's worth it? I got $500 million that I can't do nothing with. But at least I got it. No. I had to drink 5 gallons of urine for this. No. It's not. It's not at all. I am the stone that the building refused. I'm the one that they put the chip in and then they took the chip out of. That's what the stone that the building refused means. Literally. But it's not just that way, but that's generally what that means. You can try and, get a job and be upstanding and then, you find out it's not what you wanted and then, you turn your back on the company and then they fire you. That's another form of a stone that the building refused. Okay. Okay, out of that's out of the way. Let's see. What else it was something else that I really wanted to talk about that I can't remember what it was now. Oh my goodness. Oh. You see this mark right here? I got another one right here. I don't know if you can see it. Ugh, you can't see it. I got another one right here and right here. Okay. I didn't have this mark when I was born. I had these two when I was born. Okay. The mark that was given to me by a black lady in all white. And I was in Grant Park, and it was at a Hebrew festival. And I went and showed my dad, and he cursed it. He thought it was a bad thing or something like that. I don't know. I was about 3, 4 years old. A lot of stuff happened to me when I was 3, 4 years old that if, a good somnambulist could come and do a, past regressive life on me, pro bono, that would be great. Until I could pay you back would be awesome. Because all of that has to do with me right now. Me actualizing myself. Me getting myself together. Me actually progressing and succeeding. And I don't know, well, white people, Caucasians and Europeans, I know why they're afraid of me succeeding. I know why they're afraid of me actually getting somewhere and actually doing something. I know why now. I know why. Um, but unfortunately, it would actually be a benefit to them as well as to, for first and foremost, you know, peace to the fam, my black family. Um, but in this area, it's like everybody is afraid to help everybody succeed. And they don't see that my succeeding is their succeeding. My failure is their failure. Unfortunately, that's how it is. If I die today, it won't make life any better on this planet. It won't make the pain of the planet any less. She won't stop feeling all the pain that they're doing from her, and giving to her. She won't stop feeling all that pain if I'm gone. It'll just be one less person here to um, identify with her in her pain and try and help make it better. So that's it. That's out of the way. That's all I had to say about that issue. About me, my succeeding or my failure. That's out of the way. Now, damn it, I had something else that I wanted to say. I can't remember now. Let me think. I can't remember, family. I'm sorry. I was trying to. I told you they come and they just take it out my head. Because I got so much going on in my brain already. You know, it's just a mess right now. That I'm trying to maintain. All hands on deck, all hands on deck. Anyway, well, I think this is the end of my Mandela effect. That was something that I wanted to bring up. Why is nobody really even talking about this? It's kind of major, to have a verse say one thing one night and then you wake up the next morning and you look at the same verse and it says the whole another thing the next day. You know, you can't tell me time travel ain't real, okay? Because I see the waves of time. When I walk past the clock that's battery operated, um, and I notice the clock, that clock stops ticking until my full attention is on it, and it start ticking back. It'll literally, I'll see the second hand, it'll go like this, okay? That it's ticking, and then when I look at it, it goes back, and then it goes forward, like that. That happens to me a lot. My grandmother, um, could literally make time stop because any type of battery operated clock that she had in her house would stop working. Don't know why it did. It just did. Um, my mother told me that, and I'm like, Oh, so I must have got that from my grandmother. Also, um, my mother says I have a lot of her mannerisms. My grandmother, Odessa Washington, uh, which I don't know because I never got a chance to be around her, but you know, I did kind of have a strong feeling of love and affection for her, you know, and I kind of, it was kind of a thing where I adored her, you know, I admired her. Um, and she was taken from me, and that's really wrong because nobody really tried to help her, and that's kind of what's going on with my mom now. You know, I'm the only one trying to help my mom. I'm the only one trying to buy her supplements that can help her so she doesn't have to be on all those medications. And you know, no matter how many supplements I bring her, they still got her on all these goddamn medications because I'm not the primary power of attorney, unfortunately. um my oldest brother is, and he, while he's trying to have a semblance of, you know, maturity and professionalism, I don't, you know, it's not there for me enough to say, yeah, he knows what to do for her, because he doesn't. He really doesn't. And honestly, I think he just wants to be a power of attorney. So if she gets any money, he can have dictate over what happens to her money and if anything goes anywhere. If, you know, I don't trust my brother. I don't trust him. You know, it's like we're trying to get it together, but we need outside support. We need help, family. And it's like, but in this area where we live at, this medium hick town or Hickville, because everywhere you around here, if you go into what's called Buda, Illinois, and you're a black person, you probably won't make it out of there alive. If you go into Neponsit after dark, you probably won't make it out of there alive. If you're a black person, because that's how these people are. They pretend to be, you know, oh, I'm loving, you know, this, that, and the motherfucking third, but next thing you know, you find out that they're a Jew-hating Nazi Jew, okay, which, funny, you know, that's what Adolf Hitler was, you know, a white supremacist. Most of those white supremacists are Jewish. You know, they just changed their name, and because they have blonde hair and blue eyes, and you know, this person, that now they'll ask them where'd you come from, you know, and if you're deep into that stuff, and if they find out you're a Jew, you're in trouble, okay. But on the surface, if you're just joining the club, just to join the club, they don't care. Hey, yeah, hi, you know, you're one of us. Just and that's how it is around these parts. As a matter of fact, um around these parts, mom told me that they have the white Freemasons in this area, and probably all Freemasons that are white, because most Freemasons are white. Most Prince Hall Masons are black. Even if you are a 33rd degree Prince Hall Mason and you're a Freemason at that level, you're still a slave. Okay? You still can't talk about anything because the Shriners will come after you and they will kill you. Um, but in yeah, Masons, Freemasons, white Freemasons, they got a ritual that they call splitting wood, where, okay, they're not a virgin, but they have never had sex with a black woman. So they go out and find a black woman, and they, you know, find a way to get in her pants, get her drunk, you know, go party, whatever, have sex with her, and then they, you know, they complete whatever that ritual calls for. Okay. Then they go back and they say, yeah, I did this, I did that. Did you record it? No. You know, but you can still smell her on my dick. God. I don't know, whatever they do, you know, then, but that's a ritual. It's a whole ritual that they have, You know. Um. So this area is just no. Um. It's I'm finding I'm kind of seeing that it's not for me, unfortunately. And there are a lot of black people in this area, but the way they cater to white people, they just get a free pass for everything and anything that they do. Also, a lot of them, their parents were upstanding citizens, or their parents' were upstanding. So, you know, or, they grew up with them here. So they get, free passes, they get free rides. But if you're not playing coon here, you don't get nothing. I'm just letting y'all know that. Matter of fact, back in 2009, 10, 10, 11, 2011, no wait, 2010, I had signed up to get welfare assistance to receive link to be able to buy food. That day I walked this town. It took me a full 8 hours, like I was at a job. Um, Walked back home with a box of food from Salvation Army because I did not have a car. Still don't have a car. Um, which I can get a car if I can get my license. I'm having the toughest time finding somebody who will take time with me to get my license. That's all I need. I don't need your money to help me get a car. I can do that on my own. I already found out how to get me a loan. I just need you to help me get my license. If a person from here is listening and they actually care. Anyway, so there's this dude who was working for uh DHS, Department of Human Services here. And he denied my application. He denied me for food stamps. And I'm like, really? That's how you feel? You just didn't like me enough that you just was like, forget me and you're gonna deny my application? And then, I'm waiting. I let it go. I let it go. You know, me and my mom, we survived how we had to survive. Um, we had custard pie with mealworms in it for that Christmas, a Christmas dinner. We had like a chicken that we somehow got from a pantry or something. It was really messed up back then. And it's still kind of messed up now. It's not as messed up as it was back then. But kind of, yes, it still kind of is. But it's like a smidge better. Like, maybe that much better. You know, that much better. um, because I'm living in my own place. I ain't gotta depend on a brother who, is abusive because he just wants to control everything because he has a control issue with himself because he's a crackhead too. Um, but yeah, so Lisa Madigan, the Attorney General of the state, was it Lisa Madigan? I think no, it was somebody else. I forget her name. Anyway, she went to court for me, and next thing I knew, I was getting a link card. I'm like, I got a link card. Me and my mom be like, hey, we got a link card. We gonna eat today. um, and then next thing I know, I'm getting a check for $100, and the guy who denied me, you know, for food stamps was fired. You know, he wasn't working there no more. Might have went to a different office. I don't know. Yeah, it's really horrible out here though. If you don't have a car, you don't have any connect, you don't have a good support system. Anything you try and do, it's just really horrible. They make it a horrible experience instead of a joyous one for you. You're supposed to be triumphant, and go and even white people out here get attacked by white people out here. Oh my God, it's so bad. There's a story. that somebody who is in the GED program just told me today. She's like, I just got into it with my GED teacher, and my GED teacher, I just sent her this message, about a project we had due. And she just comes into the classroom and she's blowing up on me. And, she's, cussing and this, that, and the third. And, I didn't do anything to her. So, we had, a meeting with the building director, and he's like, the teacher was in the wrong, and honestly, she was in the wrong. That's not how you professionally take care of business. Um, and I didn't agree with how she took care of business. And the woman who was telling the story, she is a CNA. She's trying to get her GED so she can go back and do billing and coding like I am. She has more support than I do, of course, because she's lived here all her life. Me, I'm just kind of on my own, and I'm just, I've been really trying to be okay with it, but I'm not really okay with it. I need some support. I'm crying out. This is a call out for help. You might see a smile on my face, but there are tears behind my eyes that you just can't see, because I refuse to allow the enemy to win as long as I can fight and as long as I have, fight within me, and I'm just trying so hard to hold on to the will of God instead of just my own. Trying so hard to have faith in God, and allowing God's faith to move me, is just, I have bigger and better dreams, and I want to be able to finance those dreams. So I'm going to school so that I can have money to finance these dreams. And while I'm in school, I already have my vision of what I want to do, which is I don't even want to be paid for what I do. I literally don't, because, it's just, that's just me, I help somebody out, you know, I help you out. It's not that I'm spending money on you, I'm just doing the research that you can't do. And if you need help paying for something, I might be able to maybe finance something for you, or, something like that. You know, I have a really good idea, and I wish I had people to collab with on it, and it's just I don't right now. And I'm trying to finish school and hold on to this idea of mine, and it's just really, really hard, and I am calling out for help. And I don't think it's going to be heard, though. I think a lot of people are going to tell me, I need to go take, you know some type of SSRI or antipsychotic, which I'm past psychotic. Am I insanely functional, or am I functionally insane? Because it's really hard to tell right now. But I'm past that. I'm past any type of that type of chemical help, because I believe those chemicals are part of the reasons I'm kind of messed up right now. I believe those chemicals aided and abetted in part of the self-sabotage program. You know, um, I have been hurt by some of those chemicals before. I've had, my throat lock up on me while I'm trying to eat and everything. Couldn't swallow, had to spit out what I was chewing. Damn near couldn't get my mouth open to spit it out. Yeah, that happened. And they had me taking Haldol, and then they put me on Cogentin to negate the Haldol, and I think I was having mini strokes in my brain, honestly, because I was having headaches, that really, they wouldn't go away. They wouldn't go away. They would just get dull. And, when I stopped taking that stuff, I was okay. But when I started back taking it, um, I didn't feel good. And then, I don't like the way the doctors say, oh, any type of person who takes a medicine and, they look up the side effects, they're hypochondriacs. I hate that shit. Bitch, I'm not a hypochondriac. Don't go there with me. I know how I'm feeling. I know what my body is telling me. Better than what you're saying. And y'all, doctors are so deceiving and conniving nowadays. That's why I don't do endopathy. Endopathy is what they call conventional medicine nowadays. Okay? I don't agree with it at all. Okay? That's what killed my great grandfather. My great grandfather had the insides of a 16-year-old, okay, when he died. His stomach was hurting him, his abdominal cavity, somewhere, maybe his pancreas was hurting him, because around 1980 is when they changed the chemicals and started putting aspartame in Coca-Cola. Um and my great grandfather would have a Coke and an aspirin a day. They changed the formula of Coke. They changed the formula of aspirin. His stomach, his abdominal cavity started hurting him. I feel it was either his liver or his pancreas that might have been bothering him. Okay. Um, the doctors went in. They messed him up. He stayed alive for like I think 3 weeks afterward and was dead. And this was back in like 1980. My great grandfather. Okay, George Figueres or George Figures. My grandfather was Henry Figures, married to my grandmother Odessa Washington. Uh, yeah. So I don't trust them. I don't. They damn near killed my mom 3 times. I don't trust doctors. I don't think they know what they're talking about all the time. I don't take their voices the, end all to be all authority. Okay. It's just not there for me. That trust, they broke that trust when they put my mom in the hospital, you know, not listening to us, telling them that she's allergic to snake venom. Some doctors don't even know the chemical makeup or what ingredients are in the medicines that they're giving. They have no idea. They just give it out. Not giving a care. They get paid. It's an extra bonus for them. And I really disagree with that. Because it hurts. They're hurting a lot of people. They have hurt a lot of people, and they are hurting right now. There are people dying from taking prescription medicines, and then it's said that they didn't take it right, or they didn't listen, they didn't read all the instructions, and that can be the farthest thing from the truth. It's people that need to be monitored. They don't have the people to monitor them because people, the family unit is continuously falling apart. So the daughter, grew up hating her mom, won't go check on her mom or her dad, won't call them, won't do any of that, you know, don't stay in touch, don't care if they die. Maybe that's how some people feel, and it's really sad. It really is. It makes me sad. That's another thing that depressed the fuck out of me because I'm depressed. I don't know if y'all know it. You know it? Do I look depressed? Does my face seem depressed to you? Huh? Can you see the pain that's in this part of my face and this part of my face? Do you see the tears that's all right here? Do you see them? Can you see the fluid right there? Bet you can't. You don't even know it. You think, oh, she just wants attention. People who want attention, who are seeking attention, usually need some type of help. Okay? So, with that being said and out of the way, it's 2:01 in the morning and I'm tired. And I just need to go upstairs and relax and unwind and try to go to sleep. Because I got some more homework that's due today. So I'm going to have to get up and do that in a few hours here after I go upstairs and take my little nap. Probably eat me an orange. I'm gonna try and make me some what is it called? Lime avocado sorbet. It's got, you take lime, you take avocado, you take the lime, you scrape the lime, the outer coating of the lime off. You take the lime, you squeeze the lime juice out. You probably take a lemon, you squeeze the lemon juice out too. You something like that, and then you take like maybe honey or maple syrup and an avocado, and you mix it all up, and there's your sorbet. Uh, Trying to get real natural about my health. Yeah. I actually bought a lot of fruits and vegetables. Yep. And I cooked lamb, and I made cranberry ginger cornbread, it's awesome. It's really good. Oh my god. I can't believe that I made that so good. It was really good. Let's see. I made a chicken asparagus chipotle, or chipotle chicken asparagus. What else did I make? Oh, and cabbage, red cabbage, which I kind of messed up, but I can add some water to it and kind of dull down the seasoning. It's not salty. It's right there at that little moment when before it gets too salty. Yeah, so I didn't have the seasoning that I actually wanted to put in there. I did put some red wine and some vinegar in there. And you know what? Next time, I might try putting some lemon juice in there. And then it boil. Alright, yep. So I'm done. And hopefully I watch this video and comment, like, subscribe, share, get the word out there. What is my message? My message is I have many messages. I'm not here for just one thing. I'm just here for one thing. No, I'm not. That's not why I was born. That's not why Creator kept me here. Okay, so get the message out. Do your research. I love you all. Family, peace to the fam. Peace to the fam. Peace to the fam. But I do love everybody. No matter your color, I do love you. I'm out. That being said, I'm out. I would talk about Fukushima. Nope, not doing that. That needs to be talked about because nobody's talking about it, but I'm not doing that tonight. I'll do it some other time. Alright, family. Oh, remember the theory of mine. Remember that Creator is fully activated melanin. To me, that's the only way anybody's skin can be whiter than snow. And any way you read, if you read the Book of Enoch, if you read, other stuff like that, you could tell the difference between Satan and some coming from Satan and some coming from Creator. Because Satan, he's got a bright countenance and this, that, and the third. Or Lucifer. He can be bright and he can be this, he can be that. But he can't be whiter than snow. Okay, so. Alright, I'm done. I love you all. Peace to the fam.